feeling of helplessness. You know, I get letters from a lot of men in prison. Sometimes it's about a care and protection case. Sometimes it's about their child getting in trouble and wanting me to intercede. I don't have that power. One of the things that that always angers me about bureaucracy is that it's so inflexible. It leaves the human part out, you know? I felt his fear for his son. I felt his frustration at not being able to influence his child, of not having the ability to be there for his child. And that must be an awful, frightening feeling, that you are trapped someplace else, know the danger your child is in, and can't do anything about it. You know, I have my daughter who's older and my two sons who are now grown men. And it's amazing how protective you become. I would have fought Godzilla if he came close to my child. But we were able to be there with him. Here's a man who has a child that he sees in danger, and there's nothing he can do about it. Reach out for help, and I know, because we've talked about all the people that he reached out to, but most of them were probably as limited as I am in their ability to interfere in this child's life. It's not easy when a child has made his mind up as to who he's going to be. I'm amazed at what he's done. I'm amazed at the number of people he contacted. I'm amazed because this all costs money every time you send one of those letters out, you know, and he sent out, seemed like hundreds of letters, but I know that he reached out to any and everybody trying to get help for his son, both to protect his son and to protect society from his son. He didn't want, one of the things that I love about the men that I've met in prison, and this is a strange thing to say, they don't want other young people to come join them in prison. The Young Fathers group, Second Thoughts, and all the other groups that I've met up at the prison, up at Norfolk and over at Bridgewater and other places. They all say the same thing to me: Judge, tell them I don't want them here with me. One of the reasons I became involved with the Young Fathers group is because these were men who were trying to maintain some type of contact with their kids. You know, some of them would never be able to be there for their kids physically, but they still wanted to be a responsible father with the limitations that they had. And I appreciated that. I even admired it because they were still trying to be fathers. You sit in this court and you watch grandparents coming into court with their grandkids. You watch mothers. You don't always get fathers. And it really bothers me because I know how much I loved my father. A lot of these men aren't the same men they were when they came into prison, you know, and probably could be a useful resource outside of prison. But a lot of them will never get that chance. And in some ways that's a shame because our kids need to hear from those with credibility, you know, those who have earned their way into the street life that these kids are in. And I've met a lot of guys who have been in prison 10, 15, 20 years who've come back and want to work with young people. A lot of them can't because of their quarries. But a lot of them find a way, whether it's in their church or as volunteers or some other way, to try to redirect kids in ways that people who haven't gone through what they've gone through could never do. I have young people tell me I don't understand, that I was born, like I told you, with a silver spoon in my mouth. And it gives me an opportunity to say, no, 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 no. I'm a project kid. I was told I would never graduate from 8th grade. I tried to drop out of high school the senior year of my high school, but my assistant principal snatched me up. And I mean physically snatched me. You can't do that today, you know, but he physically threatened me, what he would do to me if I wasn't in school. And I have been grateful to him my whole life. Only thing that would have saved Darius is to have locked him up. And I don't know how long that would have saved him.